Technology or technological advances have had a life of their own for thousands of years. People think they invent technology, but technology is a sort of a self-expressive mem within itself that sits within the mind of people that then sort of get new ideas about it, add on to the last bit of technological insight someone else has. So technology itself is a separate self-replicating sort of variable fractal, and that's what it is. People think they invent technology. Oh, we've invented this. No, you've actually just had a thought about something else that someone's previously invented before you, and you thought about it, and it's come up, and you got insight, and you got engineering skills, and you can put it together, and you can get the pat on the back for it, and make millions out of it, and I'll become a trillionaire, and sort of want to dominate the world, and think, oh, there's too many people on the planet. But how do I get into the politics of things? It's how to avoid the euthanasians. See, in Australia now, they've made it legal to euthanize all people. And there's a reason they're doing that. I'm just going to be a very honest and frank sort of person, because that's how I was brought up, and it may upset some people, it might not be PC, but and no one else but what might watch this, but nonetheless it'll be on the record. That the reason they brought euthanasia in Australia, that's the legalised extinction of people who are beyond, who can't look after themselves, sort of thing, is because it's been sort of calculated by corporate hierarchy or whatever, and it's common sense or logic, whatever you want to look at it. There's a rationalism about it. And I'm not condoning it, because I don't. It would be wrong to condone such a thing. I'm just explaining it. In that there's so many old people that have not looked after themselves, they've sat down all their life, and they've got cancer through smoking and bad lifestyles, and that can happen to anyone. Anyone can sort of end up in a situation where they're extreme lot of pain towards the end of their life, and in agony every day, and you can get into that state. I was spent years in agony because of my back, absolute screaming, mind-boggling agony, but I didn't feel like being bumped off. I wanted to defeat it, I wanted to understand it and defeat it, which I sort of did in a way, but sort of a miracle able to recover and walk again and all that, but just a will of having not quite finished what I want to do in my life. Paint pictures and enjoy life, and breathe in and out, and look at the flowers, and look at the green grass and the blue sky and that sort of stuff. Just simple stuff. We all share in common that the beauty of the planet. But when they now they've got to the point where there's so many people they don't know what to do, and there's so many young people who are useless, basically just look at the screen all day. Let's be honest, they've got sucked in this technology, and that's all they know. You know, all they are is consumers of technology, and what comes through technology, they sort of, whatever that is, and it's a devolution, it's not evolution no longer. The humans are at the end of their evolutionary trait, but looks of it. And of course, some may go on and interface with machinery and become these superhumans, and I suspect that's what's going to happen. But I think by 2075, as I've done many years ago, I calculated by then, humans more or less will be redundant, or what hyperhumans will exist, and other humans will have been sort of like a past thing, because to excellent to be remnants, of course, but because of the way evolution works, sort of weird like that, it has its own force. But when it comes to euthanasia, what they're doing is saying we can't afford to keep all these people. So I'm trying to say, if you want to avoid being euthanized, if you can, don't sit down. Do not sit down if you're older. Don't sit in your bum all day. Don't sit down. Keep active. Stand up straight. Keep strong. Do deep breathing. Do Tai Chi. Look, the Chinese teach us so much about how to try and keep fit and healthy for a long time. And I think that's diet. Don't watch TV too much. Give the TV away as much as you can. Read. Enjoy walks. Enjoy cycling. Enjoy stroking the cat or just meditating. Enjoy doing those things that keep you healthy and your mind off the horrible things what's going on in the world, and kind of keep yourself free from that. And learn as much as you can about nutrition. Don't overeat. Get down to eating the minimum amount you can, but the maximum amount of nutrition. And then you're kind of building up your strength and immunity by telling your body you've got to go without a bit, because it will then consume the energy what you've got within you, and it kind of build up its own inner strengths from that. It's biological strengths is kind of built on it having to struggle within itself to survive and going out food for a day won't starve to, but your body's just got to struggle to survive, so it builds up this resistance that way. So if you want you want to avoid the euthanasians, that's what they're going to become. They're going to be pretending about it. You have to say, I've got to survive. Don't sit down. People sitting down all day, ladies sitting down all day, they get what you call aerobic dementia, which means the neck gets shrunken because of they're sitting down like that all day, and the neck shrinks because it's doing nothing all day with a bone, keeping their bones strong, and then it cuts off the blood supply to the head, and they get sort of dementia, and they can still all sort of there, but you just can't talk, or they look like, anyway. But it's either live every day and fight for your life as hard as you can every day, or end up early on in a euthanasia, because you can't defeat death itself. Maybe some people worked out how you can already, who knows, but you can't defeat that, but you can sustain your life as long as you can, as long as you want to, live reasonably healthy no matter how old you are, if you have the will to do so. The little talk on how to try and avoid the euthanasians.